Hello, welcome to AJ's Akashic Advice. I'm your host, AJ Johnsack. Today's session is going to concentrate on creating an effective question to ask when you're having a reading from the Akashic Records. Great questions to ask when you're meeting with your favorite tarot reader, oracle reader, and so on. And I'm going to break this down step by step to share the benefit of information I've come to rely on. First, don't ask for information when you are in a heightened emotional state. With our emotions raw or something weighing on us greatly, we'll tend to be looking for a quick fix, but ill prepared for an answer such as ground yourself and wait for more information. It's important to remember that you are accessing your soul's wisdom, and therefore it is beneficial to make the time special, if not sacred. Excuse me. And take your time when you're creating your question. Recognize that it's okay if it takes some rewrites of the question. If possible, prior to you actually determining what your question is, sit in a quiet spot and center yourself. And any simple grounding technique will do. And in fact, we are including a link to an inspired chi grounding technique at the end of this session. Let us know how you like it. The meditation is quick, it's easy, it's effective, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. And as you sit quietly, set the intention that you will be guided to the words, images, symbols, sensations, feelings, music, colors that will bring you clarity on crafting your question. Now you may be thinking, well, my question's really very clear, and perhaps the example would be, should I take that new job? Well, that requires a yes or no answer when you ask it in that format. And you've put that out into the universe, and you'll get an answer, but you won't get the whole story. And within a short period of time, you may possibly be asking yourself, why did I take that job? Everything is a mess. Nothing is like we discussed. I started dating a coworker, and now they're my boss, and he's breaking up with me, and now I have to move, and there's just nothing good that came from this situation, and on and on and on. You got an answer of yes to the question you asked, and now you have more questions of why did I get direction to take this job when it's all such a mess now? Maybe if we had taken some time to craft that question before you asked it, it would have been crafted differently, and your answer would have been more comprehensive. So what if the question had been crafted in light of wanting to more fully live your most authentic self and have a career that honors you from a soul standpoint? Perhaps the question is it in my highest good to take this job offer? And how is it aligned with my soul's purpose and abundance? Much more comprehensive question. And what might the answer be? Well, perhaps the answer, we know it won't be yes or no. We know it's going to be more comprehensive. Perhaps the answer will be, well, the new career option may offer challenges, bringing out an unhealthy work-life, home-life balance. Perhaps the answer will incorporate some information about setting healthy boundaries for yourself. And boundaries are necessary to maintain the necessary distance to ensure that personal issues do not interfere with professional goals, and professional goals do not interfere with having a fulfilling, rich, abundant private life. Now, the Akashic records can share any past life patterns where perhaps this unhealthy boundary created problems in work life or home life. And of course, you always have free will to make a decision whether you want to ignore the information or not. And then you can always change your mind later. Part of the beauty of accessing the records after crafting your question carefully is the opportunity to become aware of subconscious or past life patterns or behavior that can sabotage your current efforts. Now, among the resources Inspired Chi offers are the guided meditation that I mentioned a moment ago, which will help you get in that relaxed state and craft that great question. But we've also included a checklist of the steps to take and some sample questions to help get you started. And as always, another great resource is us at Inspired Chi. And we are happy to help you gain clarity around your concerns or questions, the interest, the direction you want to go in your life, your desires. We do it all. We've heard it all. And ask questions based on what, why, how, or who, rather than yes or no. Now, after the meditation, start writing or drawing any images or words that come up. And when you see those images and those words, or you write down sensations or emotions you felt, think about what they have to do with the topic you thought you wanted to ask about. Are they pointing you in a direction to ask that question, or are they pointing you to an entirely different question? By the way, as specific as we want you to be about the question itself, you don't necessarily have to be that specific about the topic. And by that I mean, sometimes in life we've all had those vague feeling that I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm supposed to be going. Should I be here? Should I be there? We're uncertain at best. And perhaps the question in that case is, to further my soul's journey and experience more joy, what is in my highest good to concentrate on over the next 30 days? That's a pretty direct question, but you're going to get a comprehensive answer. You want to let go of expectations that your question will be answered in a specific way. Let go of that expectation that the records are going to respond definitely in this way only. Be careful about that. You know, it's funny how clients sometimes will say, well, I want to tell you up front, I already have a code word that I'm listening for so that I know everything you're saying is accurate. Okay. And that's unfortunate that clients sometimes will say, well, only trust the information you're giving if I hear that code word. Because invariably what they say is, wow, that was amazing information. And, you know, everything you said was absolutely true and accurate. But I had said that when I came here, that unless Uncle Mark came through and mentioned a pickle, I'm not going to believe anything. So you were right about those 17 things. And I'll definitely look for that winning lottery ticket that Aunt Martha said she hid in her Bible just before she passed. But Uncle Mark didn't come through, so thanks anyway. Don't shortchange yourself. The records will give you information in the way that it's best suited for your soul. When you receive the information after asking the question from your favorite channeler or medium or hypnotist or regressionist or Akashic reader, or if you're reading for yourself, sit with the information. Be curious about it. Continue to meditate and ask questions about the question. I often advise clients I work with to set an intention before going to sleep that you will continue to receive information and gain clarity around your question, and that in the morning you will remember any information that came forth. So do your meditation, craft your question, ask your question, get the answers, and write down anything that you are told or that comes to you. One of the ways you'll become more confident and comfortable in seeking and receiving guidance from the records is taking notice of how you ask questions, which are more beneficial than the other in terms of the quality of the answers you receive and the value they offer. Now, you get an answer, and let's remember free will. So any question asked and the effectiveness of the answer you receive is all based on how effective that played out in your life, which is all based on your discernment and your free will. When you receive answers and you're not sure, am I imagining this? Is this true? Ask yourself, does this information ring true even if I don't like the answer? I know I should do. If the answer is yes, you can trust that that answer is from your soul. It's not your imagination. It's not your ego. If you ask yourself, will I walk this path with integrity? Will I honor my soul in the journey I'm on, even when it's difficult? Because I want to move past these issues once and for all in my life. And if you answer yes, you can trust that that answer is from your soul, from your Akashic records. Now, ego always wants to show up and fight any change. It wants to keep the status quo by saying things like, well, remember, you've already committed to take the new job, so you can't tell them no now. And even though the job description has changed, you can't say, just go with the flow. You've already made the decision. Or ego will say, well, I already told them that they could move in, but now I don't know. They're telling me that they're not going to change their routine at all. And what's the sense of them being here if we're not going to spend time together? But I love them, and maybe it'll all work out. Or maybe you're hearing, well, this is a red flag. But we've dated for a long time, says ego. And I don't want to throw it all away. And it's not that bad. So maybe I'll just give it more time. Or ego might say, gee, I know you want to get healthy, but at your age? Besides, you really think anybody's going to look at you differently if you lose weight? Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at you. So just be happy. Eat the cake and the chips and the pretzels. That's ego. Wants to keep you stuck. Ego and free will affect how we hear and feel the behavior of others towards us and how we will give it meaning so that we don't have to change our behavior. Compassion and wisdom from your soul and the Akashic records influence how you live your life more fully aligned with health, happiness, joy, love, and abundance. And as we live more fully aligned, more positive karma is created and old negative karmic patterns, choices, and stories are released. This is so significant that the choices you make today, the wisdom you access and incorporate into your current life, send a powerful healing ripple throughout your ancestral family history. You are healing generational wounds from your ancestors in the past and going forward. Don't dismiss or diminish that you are a powerful soul capable of creating great healing for yourself and others through the Akashic records. Start your journey with crafting a great question. But don't stress over it. You can always seek assistance from us at Inspired She. We are happy to help you. And we're honored to share the journeys of so many people and to see the changes they make in their life, to see the happiness that they achieve as they get in alignment with their soul. So check out the links below and submit your questions on general topics related to anything in the Akashic Records, the story of karma, vows, contracts, past lives, the soul families we have, people who keep showing up. And if you have a question specific to your life, throw that in as well. Just include your phone number, name, and email address if you hope to get a response. Now, we love to give to our Inspired She audience, so here's our latest gift for you. Each question submitted will be entered in a drawing for a special segment of AJ's Akashic Advice. And what we'll do on that segment is actually have you broadcast with me, and we'll do an actual session going through the steps of meditation, creating your great question, and then getting that information from the Akashic Records. Sounds like fun. Can always be a good time, very interesting. So submit your questions. And even if you still don't know how exactly to word it, I mean, the steps are pretty clear and it's to your benefit to craft your question, but we're happy to help you. As always, there is something here for you that can unleash a wildly creative and wonderful life for you. Please choose it. In the meantime, I'm AJ Johnzak from Inspired She, and until the next time, bright blessings, my friends.